What's up, y'all? Clean Cuts the One coming back with another video. This is going to be a bald fade, show my progress. Don't forget to check out Clean Cut grooming products and services. We got beard oil, beard balm, and just hit us up for sure. Alright, so this is going to be the bald fade. I'm going to show you my progress. This is not a tutorial. This is me showing you what it is that I've learned. So what it is that I've learned is to go ahead and start my bald line with my wahl balding clippers. Keep it very nice and even, and be thorough. Keep the hair off the neck. And so I'm just trying to keep a nice clean line. There's a slight flip right at the top of the line. I'm trying to keep everything even. I'm checking my mirror to see, that everything's the same all the way around. Then I'm going to be doing this haircut with the Wahl Legends. What I do then is I open my guard up. I learned a lot of these techniques from watching YouTube videos, creating the bars. Most of them that I see, or a lot of them, go from bald to no guard all the way open, and they create a bar all the way around the head. Again, I know that my focus is really on making sure that the bar is even, making sure I flick off at the top so that I'm not creating a hard line that I won't be able to get out later, and just proceed to go all the way around with no guard open. And then the next thing I do is the one guard closed. I'm doing the same thing that I did with the bald and the no guard open, just keeping it clean. And you're going to see some of my learning process here, because he wasn't sure exactly what it was that he wanted on top. We thought we were going to go with like a 1.5, like keep it a little longer on top. But as I got to this place, I realized the top is going to be a one closed. So I tried to make sure that I got the parietal ridge always going against the grain. And so now I'm taking the top down to be even with the one closed. And you might notice a difference in the background. We've been going to a lot of barber shops that have been real cool, been letting me come in and learn from them, and even practice on my own clients. So what I'm doing now is, this is how I've been taught how to fade, is to crawling up, right? Like I start at the bottom, as you can see, and then I barely open the guard, and I come up a little bit higher than I did last time. Open up, come a little bit higher, right? And then I'll do a little section, and then I'll open up all the way, and then I'll come back up, making sure that the fade is working, right? And then I do that all the way around. But yeah, some of the local barber shops, man, I've just been so blessed with people that have been helping me out. I want to give a shout out to Eric from school, because he's the one that taught me how to crawl up on the fade, and it's a technique that I've been using. When he does it, he goes all the way around the fade. You see I'm starting at the bottom, the lever all the way closed. You'll see me hit the lever, come up a little bit higher, and I continue to do that in sections. Everybody learns to do their own thing. I'm developing the way that I fade. This is not necessarily where I'm going to end up. This is just my progress. This is what I've learned so far up to this point. Closing the lever all the way, starting at the bottom, and crawling up is helping me. I'm always using my mirrors and trying to just make sure that it stays even, try not to leave any hard lines. And you'll see that further on we go that I get into the touch-up work. I'm really happy. Touch-up is very important. But for now, closed all the way, barely working the bottom out. Then just get rid of that skin line. Open up, come a little bit higher. And it's hard to tell, and I know it was hard for me to tell when I would watch the videos and they would say this, but now I understand. I'm mostly fading with the corner 3 teeth on either side. It looks like the clipper is going flush against the head, but it's really not. There might be a stroke or two where I use maybe half of the guard or half the blade, but for the most part, when it gets into the fading part, I'm only using the corners of the blade to fade. It's very helpful. If you use the whole blade, you might end up raising your fade. I've definitely experienced that, and that can get frustrating. So I've got my half guard closed, and remember that's a one closed bar, right? So the half guard is going to take that out from the no guard open to the one guard closed. The half closed, I'm starting at the bottom, then I open it up a little higher, open it up some more until I'm all the way open at the top of the bar. And again, I'm using the corners. And I'm listening. I'm fading with my ears. I'm listening to the hair getting cut. If I don't hear hair getting cut, that's the good thing about the wahl legends. You can hear the hair getting chopped. And so I'm listening for sure. Here in a second, you'll see I'll close the blade all the way down, and I'll start working only the bottom of this line. Right now I'm touching up what I just came off of, and still see a couple more pieces. Now, working just the bottom, and you should be able to kind of see me flicking off a little bit. It's just kind of a habit that I've gotten into because it's been ingrained in me. People have told me, try to get to working on that C motion, make that a part of what you do. So you just open the lever and continue to raise up. This is really basic fading technique. I guess I've heard it said that once you learn how to fade, like you won't use the bars anymore. That's cool. I don't know. I might not. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm sure people know better than I do, but for now, I do use the bars, and it is helpful. I never really thought that I would get the hang of. Well, I did not. Of course, I knew I would get the hang of it. I didn't understand how or when I was going to get the hang of utilizing the lever, and when I was going to start to mentally comprehend the theory of how to fade. And it's just come from, a big piece of it has come from repetition. A lot of this stuff has really come from it just clicks the more you do it. Now I've gone back to you can see I'm only using the corner of the blade now because I can see some parts where my lines are heavy, so now I'm going back to touch up. Yeah, I never thought I would really understand how to utilize and work my lever effectively, and now I do. So just where I see dark spots, you can see me trying to stretch the skin like I've been taught, and just trying to pull out the lines that I see. Just barely using the corner. I don't think there's any point in my touch up where I actually end up using the whole blade. So now I'm back on my one guard again, and I'm just trying to be really thorough. I always hit the parts where the new line was formed, and be really thorough and make sure I'm going against the grain on everything. So I'm just trying to cover all my bases. I think it probably took me about 45 minutes to do this whole haircut. I know that it's a really long time for a bald fade, but right now I'm not really working on my speed. I'm working on my technique, learning how to do the haircut the right way, and trying to get familiar with my technique and make something my own. Because that's what everybody that I look up to has helped me. They've encouraged me to explore. You know what I'm saying? I'm in school, so I'm trying everything I really am. Any technique, anything that's going to help me out. You see me trying to make sure that I'm going against the grain right there in the swirl. I have to go against the grain in order to take any hair. I'm just trying to practice what I learned. And you can see in the front, he's got a little part where his hair goes two different directions. So I'm trying to take my time and make sure that I get that. Because if I was to just rush through it, he's actually said that a lot of his barbers in the past have left those hairs really long. And, I guess it could have been an okay haircut without getting those, but that's not the type of barber that I aspire to be. I really want to be a standout, exceptional. I want to be the best I can be. I don't want to settle for mediocre. I want to be an awesome barber, so I try to be detailed. Shout out to Eli for showing me how to get to be detailed. Here's the learning process, right? I'm sitting here and I'm starting in his points at the bottom of his temple peak point. I'm starting to just make a line on his points to kind of clean that up. And this was just something that I tried. And then after I do this, I remember, wait a minute, you've been taught to start in the middle. So I remembered that. I went straight to the middle. Stopped what I was doing, went back to what had worked before, and I'm starting in the middle. And then you'll see that I'll work a little bit to the left, and then I'll work a little bit to the right. And I try to be really meticulous, and I try to be really detailed, because I think it's the details that I've noticed make the best haircuts really stand out. It's those couple hairs that don't stick out. It's the best lineups. They get, I see them putting the trimmers on the hairline 50 times, taking away 1, 2, 3 hairs at a time, just peeling the hair until that line is just crisp. And shout out to Josh who let me come in, and I've watched him cut, and he gave me a lot of game on a lineup. And so I'm still practicing. He actually does his lineups before he does a lot of his cuts, and I'm trying to remember to practice that just to see how that works for me. It's new. I haven't seen a lot on YouTube. Shout out to Easy Blade. That is what I use to do my lineups and to do my shaves. Jay the Barber, How to Become a Barber TV. It's a good dude. This stuff is very effective. I don't know why I did slow motion here, but it's pretty captivating the way I put the Easy Blade on. I used to be scared to kind of go into the hairline. Like I would only shave the vellus hairs, I guess. And after watching Josh do a whole lot of hairlines, I can see that you don't push the hairline back, but you definitely want to. It's like an onion. You want to take away everything that is not a part of the hairline. And then for me, it's just come with experience and watching people and paying close attention. What should be the hairline, what should not be the hairline. Focusing on stretching the skin, focusing on how I glide the blade across the skin. There's no pressure required. It's just a smooth, fluid motion that just basically just scrapes the hair off of the skin. It's nothing crazy. I think it's just a matter of getting in there, just doing it. Being delicate, smooth, but also being sure of myself is what helps me the most. And my clients really appreciate the razor blade on the hairline. All of them do. I can't tell you how many times I've heard, "Oh, barber don't really put the razor on my hairline." Or a lot of them say barbers don't even use razors. I refuse to be a member of that group. So now I'm hitting him with the Pro Foil, trying to take out the line from his actual skin to the balding clippers, and just trying to make it look smooth, just trying to touch it up, add some more detail to the work. Just at the bottom, being very careful to flick up and not create a new line. That's the last thing I want to do, is create a new line. And then I take on detailers, and after I do his neck, I actually use the corner of the detailers in between the Pro Foil line and the balding line, and try to even smooth out that transition if there is a line. Again, just watching other barbers do what they do, and it's working for me, what other people do. And as we finish, you're hitting the mirror, and this right here is what we're going for. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'll keep bringing you the content. Go ahead and like. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I got a ton more reviews. I'm definitely going to have some more haircuts and some more venues and locations, and I appreciate y'all, man. Don't forget the Bronner Brothers show, February 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Catch me at Dave Diggs. Until next time, peace.